Hey guys, it's me, and welcome to a quick little mini review I'm doing. And in case you are wondering, yes, I have gotten a haircut, obviously, and I look like the adolescent version of Dan from Dan and Phil. But currently, right now, I'm currently doing a mini review of a film that I recently saw on Netflix. Now, at the time of me recording this, it is April 26, 2020, the 1 year anniversary of Avengers Endgame. And I figured the fact that this has something to do with the people behind Endgame, so why not review it? And I know I said in the last video that I was going to be tackling an anime. I'm getting to it, but because I have such a deep passion and love for this anime, I'm currently taking the extra time to be able to formulate my thoughts in a script, so that way I don't completely go all over the place. So, yeah. So today I'm going to be doing a mini review of the Netflix original film Extraction. Now, Extraction is actually a movie that was produced by the Russo brothers, Anthony and Joe Russo, who, as some of you guys know, directed probably some of the best movies out of the entire Marvel Cinematic Universe, as these were the same guys that directed Captain America Civil War, Captain America the Winter Soldier, Avengers Infinity War, and the culmination of the entirety of the Infinity Saga with Avengers Endgame. And heck, in fact, the movie even has Chris Hemsworth in it, Thor Odinson. So, makes sense. And also, apparently, this was actually based off of a comic book that the Russo brothers actually involvement with. And apparently, the director, Sam Hague, I think is his name, but he actually has a history of doing stunts for a couple of the other Marvel movies, too. Now, if the John Wick movies have proved anything, when stunt coordinators and action choreographers take the director's chair, if there's one thing that you can at least guarantee, it's really great action sequences. And this movie definitely delivered on some incredible action sequences. The action sequences in here are absolutely incredible. Some of the best I've seen this year. And there's even, the highlight of the movie for me was a one-take, one-shot style action sequence. And very much like 1917. And like 1917, you can kind of see where they made cuts. But it doesn't matter because you're just so engrossed with the action sequence that's happening around them that you don't care. You're just really engrossed. But what is the plot of the movie exactly? Well, the plot of the movie is that Chris Hemsworth plays a man who is tasked by other individuals to hunt down the son of a notorious criminal boss. And he has a set date in order to be able to find the boy. And if he doesn't find the boy in time, both him and the kid will die. So it's a race against time in order to be able to figure out a way how to save this young man and also make sure the fact that he's safe. Now, aside from the incredible action sequences, Chris Hemsworth gave a really good performance in here. Not Oscar-worthy, but I definitely think the fact for the movie that we're being given here, I think the fact that he actually did a pretty good job. And not only that, but the actor who plays the young boy being kidnapped also does a really good job too. There's a couple of other people in here that make side appearances here and there. And surprisingly enough, David Harbour is actually in this movie too, which is pretty surprising. But yeah, and everybody, does the job that they're supposed to. But honestly, I think the biggest criticism that I have with Extraction is that it kind of feels like one of those movies in which you would go to Walmart and then you see it on like the featured section, like not even the featured section, like I think like the bargain bin section, like the bargain bin Blu-rays or DVDs, and it's like, this doesn't seem all that bad. It's only for like $5. Sure, why not? And you go home and you watch it and you're like, wasn't all that bad. Yeah, the biggest criticism I do have of this movie is that it very much feels like the fact that, while what we had was good, it very much felt like the fact that it isn't really treading any new ground. It's stuff that we have seen before, but the way that it's executed, it's actually done in a pretty alright manner. Like for Chris Hemsworth's character, he's given just enough backstory and just enough motivation that you actually sort of understand what he's going through and honestly just kind of care for him, if that makes sense. Same thing goes with the boy. There's like maybe one or two scenes in which you see him in his everyday life, just him hanging out, just trying to be able to get to know him, and you're kind of feeling this predicament of the fact that, he's just this helpless kid who's like trying to be able to make the best out of a bad situation. And I also want to mention before the fact that the violence in here can get very gory, like Rambo Last Blood levels of gore. Like there's a scene in which Chris Hemsworth literally sends a guy through a wall. He hits him with hits another one with a table. He ends up literally stabbing a guy through the eyeballs. It's pretty gnarly. Like, it's R-rated for a reason. So yeah, in conclusion, I think Extraction is actually, it's an alright action movie. Chris Hemsworth gives a pretty good performance in it. Definitely worth at least giving like one watch. So my rating for it is officially a 7 out of 10. Now tune in next time where I do the review that I've been promising. It may take a little while longer for me to work on it, but to those of you who are huge fans of the show, I'm going to give you a little hint of what it's going to be. And instead of always saying stay gold, I'll remind you guys that in this time of crisis, it's always important to go beyond. Plus ultra! I'm pretty sure everybody who's a fan of that can instantly tell what I'm going to be reviewing next.